Hi, this is Ron McTube. Today on Hunter Classic, we're making a Roosevelt Elk guide for 2022. Now, we're making a new guide because recently there's been a lot of changes to Roosevelt Elk, so I thought I'd update the guide. Also, we've got two routes now. I'm going to be making a short route for if you haven't got much time to hunt, and one for a bit longer, basically. The whole route takes about 2 hours if you want to do it, or I've got a shorter one which takes about 30 minutes to an hour. So we're at Red Feather Falls, started at 11 AM. I've got the 300, the snake bite bow, and we're here taking a look at the new grouping system for Roosevelt Elk. Now basically what they've done is they've mixed up the groupings. There used to be only males together and females together, and now and again you would get a group with females in and one small runt bull. Well, now you can get just mixture of groups, and it doesn't limit the size of what male might be with them. You can get really big males in the female groups now as well, so it is a lot more realistic and it will make it a lot more interesting. But you're going to definitely have to shoot a few more females now, because when you're calling in the elk, you're going to have to check every group. Because what I used to do before was, if I heard a female call, I wouldn't go to that group because I knew the bull, if it was there, it'd be a small one. So now you have to go, and I've already seen some 300 plus bulls with packs of females. You're going to have to bear with my voice if it sounds a bit croaky. I've got a fever and I've got the lurgus. I'm a bit under the weather. But you start here at Dartwood Lodge, 11 AM, and this is the route we're going to take. We'll go over this twice, but I'll just show you roughly now. What you do is you go down to the river, walk towards this tower, which is very good. I've had a lot of big Roosevelt Elk there in the past, so we're going to see if that's still the same, because things might have changed with the updates with Roosevelt Elk. So we're going to check this live right now, and then this is the route we're going to take. Now this is a longer route, right? Between these sort of islands over there as well is good for Roosevelt Elk. I'm going to walk all the way round up into the mountains here. Now there's a lot of Roosevelt Elk up in this sort of area near my turkey decoy. I have that there so I know where to go at certain locations. Also, to make sure you're on point, you can just see the red dot every so often, push that in front of you, and then you know roughly where to go. Now that lake, if you want, you can go around there and check it, but generally what you try and do is walk in between known areas, and all down the river on both sides you're sort of walking in between the hot spots, so you can get calls from the right or left of it, up in the mountains and then back round to the lodge, and that works really good. Near the outpost you get quite a few calls as well, so it is a really good place to hunt. What you want to do as well is just call. You can cold call like every minute or so just to see if you get something, but you got to remember with the females now you're going to get a lot more females coming in, so you've got to think about that and just experiment because it's new. Just try. So I'm walking down near the middle part of the river because this area is normally really good, and remember what I've just been saying, it can be on the left and the right. And here we go, we've got a call on our right, it's a male. Now a lot of male single bulls are often really good ones. They can be small ones, but you tend to find the really big ones tend to be on their own as well. They can be in the groups as well as like the herd leader, but you do get a lot of big ones on their own. So if you get a single male elk call, make sure you investigate it just in case it is a good one. So here we go, we're just going to go over and check it, make sure it's something, you know what I mean, if it's worth investigating like we've just been on about. That's the thing now, it's definitely going to take a little bit more longer because you're going to have to check more groups with them being mixed up than you used to do. Based off what I've just said before, if a female used to call, you used to just avoid it because you knew there was nothing good there. Now you just don't know. That female could call and you have to go and check the group because it could be a 400 plus with like 4 females. So it's definitely a big change, and I think once people experiment, play a little bit and get used to it, you'll find like the sort of sweet spot. And this is what I say about guides. Take what I'm saying and then just apply your own play style to it. Experiment. So how I've drawn my route, just go off a little bit to the side, try things, that's what you'll find will work for you. Not every guide's perfect, but I'm just trying to give you a simple basic guide so anyone, even a new player, can follow this and get Roosevelt Elk. That's the goal of it. So there's the single male, and that's actually quite a nice one. It's not a monster, but it's a decent one. Probably 340, 350s. So we're just going to wait. Now, I've said this in a lot of classic guides. The key to getting big animals is do the research, learn how to play the game for that animal, where it likes to be. There is certain hot spots, they're not guaranteed, but there is sort of key spots which tend to work for animals. But what you want to do is, like this now, prepare for it coming in before it comes in, and that makes the shot a lot easier. So now I'm trying to work out where's the best ground, the best visibility, where can I take my shot from, all in advance, so when I come to make the shot it's a lot easier. We all know that in classic. Look at that, you're not sure if it's spotted you. It looks like it's having a look at me. It's a brilliant feeling. It's kind of scary at the same time because you don't know if it's going to run or not sometimes. But he looks calm, but it does look like he's having a look at us. Now most people in the Hunter Classic will carry a rifle and a bow. Now the reason you carry the bow is it's very important when you've got groups of animals, because sometimes the one you want, the big bull, will often be at the back, and you'll get the little minions coming in first before the one you actually want. So also when you use a bow you don't make no noise, so there could be other animals in the area. So if I take this out with a bow, you never know, there could be a 400 just over the hill. So that's another advantage of carrying a bow, and that's why most people carry a bow and a gun. Now if it was a super big massive trophy animal and I weren't sure, I'd just shoot it with a 300, but if I think I can take it out with a bow, I'll take it out with a bow every time. It feels a lot more better as well, I don't know, a bit more natural to shoot it with a bow and a lot more fun, because rifles are pretty easy to use, but it's just something about bow hunting. And I use a snake bite. You can use whatever bow you want, it's up to you. It's often down to personal preference, but I'm quite decent with a snake bite. I've used it a lot. So here we go, and he's down. So pretty easy shot. Use your range finder. The snake bite is generally sort of like a flat shot, about 32-35 meters. You can just point, shoot, and you're good. So that's a little tip for you if you're not used to using it and you're new. But about 32-35 meters, just point, shoot, and you should be good. So this is where we are, where the red dot is. That's where we just shot this bull. Quite a nice one. 400 Roosevelt Elk are very, very rare. I've shot one out of about 13.5 years, and I've shot thousands. So when you find a big bull, this is what you want to look for on the back of the rack. See these tines? The extra tines on big racks make all the difference. So when you see at least 3 on the back, you know you're in for a decent bull normally. But yeah, those 3 tines make a big difference. So we're going to collect him. It'll be about 340, 350 I think. Let's have a look. 346. So yeah, we'll take a trophy shot. There we go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go over the route system of what we're going to do. I'm going to show you the 2 routes. If you haven't got much time, because not everyone's got hours and hours to play. If you're busy and you work and you've got family life and whatever, you may only have 30 minutes, an hour at a time. So this is what I'm going to show you 2. Now this is the route completed. I've finished doing my route. This is where I've walked exactly, and this is a long route. Now it took me about 2 hours, mostly crouch walking all the way round there. So that's roughly how long it's going to take you. So if you've got 2 hours to spare, this is where you can go and the route I'd take. Now remember what I was saying, up in these mountains, up near this turkey decoy, you can wander off around there and have a roam round, and it can be quite good. But generally you want to walk between hot spots, and this is why this route works like this. Now what we'll do is we'll go over the short route. As I was saying earlier, generally a lot of people haven't got a lot of time, so the short route is a sort of like half of this route, but it goes through most of the hot spots. Now what you want to do is, instead of just going for one hotspot, you want to try and get in between multiple hotspots. That way you've got more chances of probability of animals. So that's why you do it, and that's why this route is as it is. But the short route is about half the size, so it's about an hour in length. If you crouch walk it, it's probably about 30 to 40 minutes normal walking. If you want a guide for anything else for the Hunter Classic, drop it in the comments and I'll try and make that happen. So this is the short route. We're going to draw from where we are. Basically you go from the outpost down to that tower, up that line towards my tent, and I walk up towards the turkey decoy. That's why the turkey decoy is there, so it's sort of like a marker, and then walk round to the back. And as you can see, that's quite short compared to the route we've just taken. It takes about 30 minutes to an hour depending on how you walking, running, crouch walking, but that's a nice short route, and you visit most of the locations in a short period of time, and it's been very successful. So give that a try. Let me know how you go on, and I hope you have a lot of great Roosevelt elk hunting moments doing it. So I'm Ron McTube. Please subscribe to my YouTube channels. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.